everyone, Susie here, and today we are going to the mountains. This is the ride that we were supposed to do like 6 months ago, back in January, but we got to the mountains and the wind was blowing me off my bike, so we had to change plans. So let's try this again. So today we are going up Old Topanga. It's real simple. You just do PCH, Topanga to Old Topanga. And this is the ride that really showed me what LA cycling was all about when I got here, because at the top there's these sweeping views of Calabasas, and then on the other side of the climb there's this cafe restaurant called Peddler's Fork, and it's made by a cyclist for a cyclist. So I can't wait to show you that. So let's go. That was awesome, picking up the Team Orange, or Orange if you want to be fancy, on the PCH on the way here. I usually cruise about 18 to 20 miles per hour on that road, but picking up the Peloton, that bumped my pace up by like 5 miles per hour to like 22, 25. I've been hesitant to join the group rides again because the pandemic is still out of control, because it's really affecting the unvaccinated, but I'm not above latching onto the back of a Peloton. That's fine with me. And that team is one of the big cycling clubs here in LA. They're really good, really fast, really nice, and they ride a good Peloton. Like, they were all pointing out potholes and debris and letting us know when they slow down. So it was a good ride out here. All right, so we're at the lumberyard at the top of Topanga, and I remember the first time I climbed this road, it was with a group ride. I was like, oh my gosh, I climbed the first mountain, and they're like, silly new kid, this is just the climb to get to the climbs. At the moment, we're at like 11 miles, 800 feet of climbing. Okay, so we did PCH, we did Topanga. Now we're gonna go a little down the street here, pick up Old Topanga, and people have different thoughts on which is more difficult, Topanga or Old Topanga, but they're pretty much the same. It's like 2 to 2.5 miles of false flat, then 2 to 2.5 mile climb. Repeat, Old Topanga. The only difference is the clouds burn off on this side of the mountain, so it's a little hotter, and you've already done one climb, so you decide which one is more difficult. Let's go. So we are at the top of Old Topanga, looking out onto Calabasas and all of the mountains. And this view might look familiar because this is the view in my thumbnail picture with this jersey and everything. So we're at 16 miles, about 1,600 feet of climbing. And yeah, so the first time I came up here, it was part of a ride called TOTS. That's Topanga, Old Topanga, Stunt. So even after these 2 climbs, which I thought were tough, then we do one of the tougher climbs in these mountains called Stunt. That was fun. Yeah, so now we're gonna go down the other side of these mountains to a restaurant cafe called Peddler's Fork. Like I said, it was made by a cyclist for a cyclist, and really for anyone. Like, the place is great. But it has special bike parking, which I'll show you. It's very fancy, and a bike shop and everything. So let's go. Baby, isn't this awesome? This bike parking, you just lock it up, take the key with you, and then return it when you're done. And there's Peddler's Fork. There's the water fountain for the doggies too, and the bike shop, and then the cafe. And the restaurant. So unlike normal cafe rides where I go get my matcha, my chai, and caffeine up, when I come to the mountains, I have my caffeine before I start because I need that boost. So I'm not really feeling like a drink today, and I'm not really that hungry. I had a lot before the ride, but I did want to show you this place, and I did need to fill my water bottle, so I'm glad we came. And we'll have to come back for like a cafe ride video. They just keep coming. Look at all those bikes. It's cool to go bike watching. But yeah, so we're gonna go back now exactly the way we came. This was an out and back ride, and on the way back you have that little climb to get to the top of Old Topanga, but then it's like downhill the rest of the way. So it's a good ride. Let's go.